From the site of Super Bowl 56, set to be contested this upcoming February, we are at the gorgeous new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington football team and the Los Angeles Chargers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And it'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Number 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Washington.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he's got room. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Here's Haskins. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Going to give it to Love. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone down with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That one complete to Joe Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Henry brings it in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's finally taken down. It's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He comes up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Looking to throw, Haskins. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14. Chargers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 30-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
At the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. This time, Haskins will look to throw. Nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At the 46-yard line.
Yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the
second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Washington.
Play action. Haskins. Very quickly here, and that's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
3 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Haskins back to the air. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, you see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Love here. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action with Haskins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31, Washington 14. Randy Bullock set.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he stopping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight
those hands. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. Let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's good.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
First
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
point after.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
The 29-yard line.
Here's Haskins. A tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Complete to number 47.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's Eckler again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Chargers. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. On the give, this is Eckler, and he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
The 11-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
Pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 10.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. They'll take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. This is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
He's brought down
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Washington on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Haskins. And he finds Daniels. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Haskins going to throw again. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now Herbert following the turnover. Incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
40-yard line.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Herbert has it knocked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return comes to a home right at the 34-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 41-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Herbert. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They turn to Love on the handoff.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.